I never saw that before. Dramatic, serious situation, again a funny situation, again very serious and sad, then very funny. And I like that these changes appear. The program is so varied.
The ensemble, the players from Klangforum Wien are physically involved in the piece as well. They don't just play their instruments like in a concert or in a normal opera. They're also involved in movement, in dance, they get up from their seats, and there are some very beautiful sculptures that they make with their bodies, and this is something very unusual that I think people will enjoy to see.
We don't put a moral message, we don't want to manipulate people, it's just open your mind, unbind your mind.
(2025년) 대구오페라하우스의 첫 시즌 작품이기도 하고요. 지금 전 세계 오페라계가 주목하고 있는 아주 새로운 형식의 작품입니다. 이 아모오페라의 제작팀은 저와는 지난 시절부터 인연이 있었던 분이고요. 더욱이 그랑포럼 빈 대표를 맡고 있는 피터 폴은 전 세계가 주목하고 있는 음악 행정가 경영가이기도 합니다. 그 유명한 니드컴퍼니와 콜라보해서 현대 속에서 앞으로 미래 오페라를 이어갈 수 있는 아주 귀중한 자산의 오페라를 제작하셨습니다. 그래서 저희 대구에서 대한민국 최초로 선을 보이게 된 귀한 작품입니다.
How am I feeling? It's very exciting. For me, it's the first time in Korea at all as well. So personally, it's very nice to be here. We've just had a rehearsal in the theatre for the first time this morning. It's a beautiful, beautiful building. Sounds wonderful. So it's really special to be here. We're looking forward to the performances.
Very excited. The opera house is big and beautiful, and it's very well equipped, and the staff is super friendly. And we hope that we can entertain the audience.
One from Belgium, one from Austria in Europe. They worked together on Amoopera. And Amoopera was an idea that came up in the pandemic when everybody was in his house to say, let's read and think, reflect on art. So what Klangforum did is 100 years of opera from 1920 to 2020, and they selected pieces, the high moments of love in 100 years opera.
One thing that is very unconventional about this performance is how the musicians, the ensemble, the players from Klangforum Wien are physically involved in the piece as well. They don't just play their instruments like in a concert or in a normal opera. They're also involved in movement, in dance, they get up from their seats, and there are some very beautiful sculptures that they make with their bodies, and this is something very unusual that I think people will enjoy to see.
So it seems to be light, but it's big hard work. So it's a lot for my brain. And at the same time, I dance and I act and I speak and I scream and I jump. So it's the whole package is a lot.
Confusion is good. Getting lost is good. Don't look for answers. We don't put a moral message. We don't want to manipulate people. It's just open your mind. Unbind your mind.
The music is complicated and we have to have the complexity of it as a secondary layer. For the most important thing is to communicate drama and storytelling.
And the body is as important as the instrument. And so there is a new content coming in, because what I do as a director, I make portraits of every musician on stage. So the ensemble of musicians is also the content of Amoopera. The presence of the physicality of the musicians. That is the main subject for me. One hour and a half, you will see her in different forms, but it's always Sarah. So because Sarah has to play Lulu, but also Esther, but also an angel. So there's so many possibilities for her to do.
With just a percussionist, it's just her and a percussionist, and they have this duel together, and musically it's incredibly exciting. There are some really interesting pieces. It's a real selection of everything from the last 100 years of opera in the West.
I never saw that before. This is, so I did many productions. My repertoire contains more than 2,000 pieces of contemporary music. And this is the first time that I see this. This is absolutely mind-blowing. It's not the intellect, it's just you can just go, come and see and enjoy. So dear audience of Daegu, I'm very happy that we will perform for you. Enjoy the show. I hope that you have a very, very good time. 감사합니다.